Phenomenal day. Okay, it is presently June 1st, 2026. And I am doing a June challenge. Okay. I'm calling it a challenge because my goal is to go live every day and do this with purpose and an intention. So, as I just finished recording our first weekly energy forecast for the month of June 2026, which can be found within the Empress tools. We have a collection there, our Oracle Empress collection, video collection. You can find it there with all of our other past recordings within the Empress Network at empressblack.com. But I share that for June a little bit in depth than I'm going to do here. But I'm doing the Boss Woman Pray, okay, 31 prayers to increase your success and spirit. Okay, so I've done this years ago. I've maybe had this um, ebook now for, I don't know, anywhere from like 8 to 10 years. And something was telling me, the energy was calling for me to bring this out and let's do this as a challenge presently. So, the author of this book is a woman by the name of Cashel Kelly. There's also a counterpart to this book, which is called Boss Men Pray. Now, I don't have that one, but it does exist. So, if there's any ladies out here that has a counterpart and you plan on participating or doing this, whether now presently with me or later down the line, and you decide that you would want to do this with your counterpart, then just go ahead and get both books. I know they're available on Amazon. I didn't look up to see if like her website and everything is still up. I would think it probably would be, but I'm not 100% sure. So yes, we're going to get right into this. There's going to be three parts to it. So today is going to be four because I'm going to read the morning prayer. I think I might do a separate video. I did one a long, long time ago. I'm going to see if I can find it. And if I can, I'm just going to add this um, with this series. But it's because it's the prayer by itself, the morning prayer and the evening prayer in two separate videos. So you can listen to them at any time. But today we're going to do the morning prayer. We're going to do the the day one prayer, and we're going to close out with the affirmations after I do a very, very quick spread. So the spread is going to be a soul's journey lesson, African goddess rising, oracle message, and our angels of abundance. Okay. So I'm not going to get into the tarot in this series. This is going to be more about, oracle guidance, keeping it very surface level. And of course, if you want to book me for a personal reading or get a reading with a consultation, I have all of the details of how you can do that on the website. Okay. Just visit Empress Tools and you can find all of that there. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is the morning prayer. Dear God, thank you for waking me up this morning with breath in my body and a new opportunity to begin again. I willingly give this day to you and ask that you go before me to make every crooked place straight. I lift up my visions and dreams to you and ask that your perfect will for my life and business be done. Help me to continue to walk in authenticity and purpose. Quiet my life to hear specific spiritual instructions from you today. Increase my faith in you and my efforts. Grant me creative $1 million ideas and the tenacity to act on these ideas. I seek your wisdom for this day and ask you grant me the patience to handle every situation that arises today. Shift my mind towards success and faith with total dependence on you. Activate my hustle. Grant me inspiration. creativity, and energy. Order my steps, my time, and my organization. Grant me focus and clarity as I work. Cancel every attempt to procrastinate and the need to be perfect. I declare I am productive and free from fear today. Bless my relationships, friendships, partnerships, and staff on this day. Protect me and those connected to me from hurt, harm, and danger. Increase my favor and clients. Grant me innovation to create stellar products and services. Go before me in my meetings and or speaking opportunities to grow my business. Bless me with a creative competitive edge. Free others and me from all forms of jealousy and inferiority. Increase my finances and reduce my stress. I cancel all distractions, discouragement, and depression. Resolve all conflict and advance and allow my social media influence to be effective today. Continue to teach me to walk in integrity and grant me good health and peace. Expand my business and faith as I walk in gratitude for all you will do today. Amen. Let me make sure this is plugged up because I see it. Okay. For some reason, it keeps dimming. All right. So, next, let's go into our day one prayer. All right. So, day one, this is prayer for your vision and dreams. And the Lord answered me, write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it. Habakkuk 2:2. Dear God, make my vision plain to me and awaken the dreamer in me. Allow me to become acutely aware of signs that I've previously overlooked that confirm my path. Bring me in remembrance of those dreams I have abandoned. Continue to remind me of the daily opportunities you give me to follow my dreams. Help me to see what others so boldly see in me that I fail to see at times. Reverse the damaging effects of words of discouragement and hate spoken towards me by others. Heal my past hurts and the disqualifying thoughts that stifle me. Cast out all doubt that may arise, telling me that I am not good enough, smart enough, or simply not enough. Replace these thoughts with your thoughts of joy, determination, and infinite faith. Give me a clear vision. Grant me the courage to change paths if I am not currently walking in the full and complete vision for my life. Give me fresh and updated dreams that excite me. Quiet my life to hear your voice clearly to avoid missing the mark. Bring complete alignment with you in my life. And when my vision is clear, I invite you to run with me as I go forward. I don't want to make another move without you as my partner. I will wait patiently each day to hear from you. Amen. When God shows up, he speaks. In Jeremiah 29:11, God declares, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and future. As children, we had the luxury to dream, to be and do anything our imagination could muster. But as we approach adulthood, our dreams are dampened by adopted mentalities and beliefs of others. We are discouraged to think outside the box, yet to follow the structured path laid out to us by our upbringing and the education system. We are taught the stair steps of life from kindergarten, elementary, middle school, high school, and college to get a good job. We rarely take into account of what in our hearts and desire because we are taught we must do these things first to be an accomplished and responsible adult. Not to mention all the mindsets passed down by those who raised us as we follow this system. It is a very fortunate experience when we actually find a job that is in line with our passions and desires. I'm not sure of where I heard the story of a woman cooking a Thanksgiving ham, but here it goes. Each time this woman prepared her ham, she would cut off the ends of the ham. Her daughter, eager to learn how to cook, asked her mother why she did that before putting the ham in the oven. She replied, "When my mother taught me to cook growing up, that's what she used to do." When the daughter's grandmother came over the next day for Thanksgiving, she asked her, "Grandma, why do you cut the ends of the ham before you cook it?" Her grandmother replied, "Oh, baby, because grandma couldn't afford a pot big enough for my ham." So you see, we pass down generations of habits and beliefs without even verifying their validity or purpose. We are taught to obey our parents no matter what they said. Parents that, in their best ability to love us, see the world through limited lenses. Their view extends as far as they have personally achieved in life, a place nominally further than where their parents have reached. People need dreams. There's as much nourishment in them as food. That's from Dorothy Gilman. Knowing this simple truth, return to this impressionable child you once were. Being selective when choosing your path, remembering it is most likely a path assigned to you by someone else. Sometimes vision is given to you clearly, but you don't act on it, or you try to convince yourself you didn't receive it because it's too big and you can't figure out how to carry it out alone. And that's when you get into God's business. He didn't consult you when He chose the color for the sky or the trees. So when He gives you a vision, He isn't asking you to figure out the details now. What often happens is we are led to believe that something is wrong with us for being different and driven, or that this road will lead to much difficulty. For no word from God will ever fail. Luke 1:37. It's not an easy road, but we have help along the way if we accept it. God promised in Hebrew 13:5, He will never leave us or forsake us. We are the ones that abandon God because we think He gave us a brain to figure it all out. And if we didn't figure it out, something was wrong with us. When in fact, we are supposed to enlist His help with His plans, right? I completed my stair steps all the way to completing college, but I took the road that made the most money to prove to myself and my parents that I can break out the box and be successful on my own accord. I started my own company promoting parties for a well known record label, worked as a marketing rep for top spirit companies to mortgage loan processing. You see, I made lots of money and mostly from home, but I wasn't working my passions or my dreams. At age 23, I thought I was too old to be a dreamer. I had to now kick my life into full gear as a doer. So I became the consummate hustler, unstoppable in everything that I set my mind to. But it was not until I was 27 years old that I followed my heart to write my first book. Pretty painful, and quickly realized that money alone doesn't make one happy. You have to find your purpose and passion and turn it into profit. It's never too late to awaken the dreamer in you. Cashel Kelly, that is the author. All right, so this is a 2-minute drill and prayer for your vision and dreams. Okay, these are the scriptures that, we can write down or, meditate on or, reflect on, however that goes. Okay. Ephesians 1:4-5, the New International Version. He chose us in Him before the creation of the world to be holy and blameless in His sight. In love, he predestined us to be adopted as his sons through Jesus Christ. Okay, then we have Hebrews 13:5 from the King James Version. He will never leave us or forsake us. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Luke 137, New International Version. For no word from God will ever fail. Habakkuk 2:2. Okay. May the Lord answer me. Write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it. And Romans 8:14. All who are led by the Spirit of God are sons of God. All right. So tomorrow we will pick up, and God willing, inshallah, with day 2, finding your authenticity and purpose in business. Okay. All right. So let's quickly get a quick message to go with this. All I'm going to say is divine timing is real. Okay. Because there was so many synchronicities within that day when I haven't read that. It's been at least a couple years that I've, visited that. Maybe the last time was during the pandemic season, I believe. And I don't even think I finished, all 31 days. So that's why I'm giving myself this challenge because I want to finish it and share it, with my network. But, you know, I most definitely got great value from it many, many years ago when I first got the book. Okay. I would do the prayers to myself and reflect on them. And I was heavily inspired. I most definitely at that time saw a needed increase in my abundant flow. So, being that I'm presently in a big transition in life, I'm just excited to see how this unfolds here in this beautiful month of June with this challenge. All right, let's get some Soul's Journey lessons. All right, we have empathy. Our affirmation for empathy is I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. That is a gift and a blessing. Okay, indeed. A lot of times people struggle with empathy and being an empathetic person because, in many cases, until you learn personal boundaries and self love, you can sometimes overgive or allow people to take advantage of you, mishandle you, misuse you, abuse you, take your kindness for weakness. But once you understand and gain a better understanding of personal power, then you're able to better manage, your empathetic nature, and you're able to still be that, um, but also know when to draw the line and set boundaries and not allow people to mishandle you. All right, so we have guilt and change. I release guilt. The affirmation for guilt is I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. And our affirmation for change, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have service. Okay. So this is presently, me doing this for me, but being of service to share this with my community and my network to hopefully motivate, inspire, enlighten, inform, grab someone by the virtual hand and say, come on, we can do this, okay, together. The affirmation is, I feel good when I can help others, okay? Let's get us the African Goddess Rising guidance here. African Goddess Rising Oracle messages. Okay. With guilt, there's no need to, feel bad or remorseful for what you didn't know when you didn't know. We don't know what we don't know until we learn better. Okay. And then we're able to do better, make better decisions. Okay. But the key there is that change component. Okay. So once you learn better, what decisions, what action steps are you taking to support, your new knowledge, your new awareness, and, the opportunity that you have to, you know, be better so that you can do better and have better. Look at that, number 33. Okay. We love 33. That's, Christ consciousness. We have speak up here. Okay. So we love this in the background. I love this image. It's so beautiful. Okay. You have the support with those fists. Okay. As you nourish and heal yourself as you stand your ground and, stand in your truth and make it clear to others that, they just can't play with you. They can't mishandle you. That you are a child of God, that you are a woman or man of God. I'm primarily focused on women, but these look like masculine hands back here. So this is for anybody, you support it, and these people like that are behind the scenes. This could be your social media presence. This could be supporters that you have up close, but also from afar, you know um that are rooting for you. You have people that want to see you win. Okay, they want to see you um you know speak your truth and stand on business and stand on what you believe in, and not allow the enemy, the adversary, or any of his workers to stop you or block you in any way. We have Oshun here with fearless love, number 25. We have some very beautiful, graceful, you know African goddess rising here today. Okay, women that are very grounded, very beautiful, very confident, very sensual. Okay, very supported. Okay, by the divine. I'm hearing you even have like earth angels and just people who respect you and appreciate and admire you. Okay, I'm hearing they love you for your authenticity. They love you for your softness, your ability to heal, your ability to self heal. Okay, the way that you love yourself, the way that you show up being of service. Okay, the way that you teach. Okay, we have Queen 90, number 35, with intuition. Okay, we have the mothers here, the motherly energy, the nurturers. Okay, we have divine lineage with Sarah Lakali, number 6. Okay, that's some angels, the earth angels, the guardian angels. Okay, your divine team. And then we have Medusa with rage, number 23. Okay, that goat energy I'm hearing. So, okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have Secrets Revealed with Queen Sheba, number 36. All right, so divine feminines, we have all this beautiful, graceful energy. We have messages that, we're in different phases and different cycles. We're going to have different people that we are connecting with in our businesses, in our careers, in our opportunities, our whatever we do professionally, because this is more career, professional, business focus. But it's for whoever resonates with it and wants to be present and take the information, okay, to use responsibly. But um, there's people who are may have underestimated you, that may have doubted you or discredited you, or didn't see your value or worth. And this could be in any area of your life. This could have been, you know, where you were brought up, in your community, in your education system, and like where the school you went to. Um, I'm hearing you could have been someone that may have been athletic, and you may have been an average, athlete or something like that. And people, may have criticized or judged you in that regard. Or a student, you may have been, an average, or, whatever student. You could have been a phenomenal student. And, people, just assume that you were just a bookworm or a nerd, or, that you were only good in one way for one thing or whatever. You weren't as multidimensional and, great at as many things as you are. Okay. But the secrets are being revealed at this time with Queen Sheba here. Okay. Some of the numbers that I'm seeing, these could be angel numbers that you can write down. We have 33, 25, 35, 6, 23, and 36. We also have 678. Okay, that is 678. That is the area code, I believe, for Georgia, Atlanta. Okay, we have another six, a five, and a nine. Okay, so those are some of the numbers that are present. Again, we have speak up, fearless love, intuition, divine lineage, rage, and secrets revealed. So, divine feminine is saying with this change, okay, she is freeing herself from any shame or any guilt, okay, and any type of narcissistic abuse that she may have experienced or encountered at any stage in her journey or life, if that resonates. And rather than allowing that to make her bitter or for her to be broken, she is gracefully taking those experiences as learning lessons and allowing them to, strengthen her and make her more powerful, more present, more peaceful, okay, more resourceful, a better teacher, a better guide, a better supporter of those that she's here to support in her life purpose and mission. Okay. This is, woman or women that are, very in tune with the elements. Okay. Very in tune with the cycles, cosmic cycles. I'm hearing the moon cycles. Okay. Um, your cycles could be in sync with, your womanly cycle could be in sync with the moon cycle and the retrogrades and all that type of stuff, which, is very powerful. It makes you, a strong, powerful, manifester if you decide to, use those gifts, respectfully and responsibly. The divine, the most high God, your angels will, reveal to you, you know, how to do that. Okay. How to use that personal power to, shift and change your circumstances, to heal yourself, mind, body, and soul. To do that for your lineage, your bloodline, your offspring, your family, all of the above. Okay. So, what you do for yourself is ultimately going to benefit, you know, your lineage, your offspring, those that come behind you, those who you are responsible for, giving instruction, for teaching, for guiding and supporting. Also, if you have a divine counterpart, or when you do attract your divine counterpart, of course, naturally, he's going to benefit from all of your great wisdom, your grace, your beauty, your divinity, okay, your strength, all right, your resourcefulness, all right, beautiful energy. Let's go ahead and close this out with an Angels of Abundance message. Okay, we have two messages that flipped over here. We have release jealousy and take a divinely guided chance. Release jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. Okay. And that is, and also specifically what, God has for you, not, just because you want it, because you see someone else has it and you like it. It doesn't work like that. We're not into destiny swapping and that type of stuff. We teach more about that, you know, in our community. So you want to learn better to do better, have better, and make sure that you are aligning with what is for you and you're not trying to, take from anybody else in any type of way, physically, spiritually, you know, releasing jealousy and protecting yourself from that as well is another message we're getting here. It's very important when you're in this type of divine energy, okay? So, last we have take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, pardon me, I can't pronounce it for some reason. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for the new and more meaningful opportunities. So, again, I highly, highly recommend, our week of June 1st energy forecast available within our Empress Tools section. Um, of the Empress Network at empressblack.com. You can get some very great insight. The reading was about 90 minutes, about an hour and a half long. We had so many synchronicities and just messages that, were, the precedent, I believe, to, us starting out this challenge for the month of June. Okay. So if you found some value for this, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to join me, leave a comment, let me know what you got from this and, you know, um, just okay, what can we leave in the comment section to let me know that you're present and you're here. Leave a book, an open book, okay? Because I am, being an open book during this process to, share with my community, the things that I've learned here on this journey, and the things that I'm here to share and teach, and making sure that I'm doing that to the best of my ability. Okay. So you are appreciated. Okay. And if I can assist you any further, make sure you check out the Empress Network. You can visit the Empress Lounge. The password is 777. You can find out more about the personal reading services that I offer. You can book or purchase one with that is customizable to your needs. Um, the one that is, just the classic personal reading is a Google Meet. Okay, I'll send you the link at the time that we agree on for your appointment, and we will do the reading. Okay. Also, if you would like to book me for my natural hair care and styling services, my calendars are updated with my availability. Calendars and availability change daily. Okay. So I'm working multiple businesses within the system and I play multiple roles, with helping people, doing different consultations and serving, as I stated, doing what I've been doing for about over 20 years and still love, working with clients as a natural hair care specialist. Okay. So with that being said, I'm anticipating, starting school this summer and just doing a lot of, fun, but just great things to help with my personal and professional development. And I'm excited about it. So with that, you know, book while you can and don't wait till the last minute to do so. Also, make sure you shop Black. That's Beautiful Looks, always created kindly for merchandise. Get your subscription plans and, support us and making sure that we go live with our app that I developed and I'm very much proud of. Okay. So, till next time, peace and love.